next topic I want to talk about is Kentavius Street. I've been hearing some
Okay.
good stuff about Kentavius Street, right? Robert Saleh said that he looks more confident in his knee. He's not thinking about playing. He's just going out and playing, and he's playing to his strengths. What have you seen from Kentavius Street, and do you believe that Robert Saleh's reports are correct?
Yeah, I think his reports are correct, and it's night and day. I mean, what I saw from Kentavius Street the last couple of years is a guy who was basically on a 2-year red shirt. When he would get on the practice field, he had this big, bulky brace on his knee, and he didn't make any kind of impact. He looked like he was protecting himself and kind of like dipping his toes in the water. Now he's extremely explosive off the snap. He's powerful and he's fast. You can see him on special teams. He's part of the blocking unit, and occasionally he'll field a ball and run. He can sprint fast. He looks like they always said that he's this freak athlete. He just can't show it. Well, now he's showing it. I mean, the athletes that are showing themselves, that are impressing right now, not only him, but also Solomon Thomas and Kevin Givens. Those three guys can all play along the defensive line. They're all playing well. Givens is playing well. I think Givens might be the best of the three. No one talks about him. Whoa. But he's a better pass rusher than Kentavius Street. Kentavius Street is interesting because he's an explosive, strong run defender who can play base end or three technique or nose tackle theoretically. Kevin Givens looks like a kind of guy who could get you 5 or 6 sacks a year if he actually had a consistent role as an interior pass rusher. He wins a lot, more than Solomon Thomas, who everyone's talking about right now. Good for Solomon Thomas. This kid that was not drafted is really good. Kevin Givens. Watch out for him. And you've seen him before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I was going to say that about Kentavius Street. It's like, I obviously never get to see him practice, but whenever you see him on the field, he does flash. Like you'll see it on the film. Like, and it's like, oh, who was that? Like that. I always kind of had that feeling when I would see plays like that and just say, oh, who was that? And you have to wonder that, like, when the front office made the decision to move on from Buckner, how much all of these people that they had for depth, like, went into that decision as almost like, not that they would in any way replace Buckner, but hey, like, we've got some guys that we feel confident with here that can play all over the line, and be able to help the line that way. So I just wonder if that's what that went into that as well too, just because they knew what they had inside.
Yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. I mean, they've invested in these guys and they believe in them, and we're starting to see what they saw in Kentavius Street to begin with. I don't know if he's a pass rusher, but he's a very versatile run defender who's athletic, strong and fast. An interesting combination.
Very good to hear. In a year full of depth, I need to hear everybody playing well, and everybody ready to step in.